Hi, this is Yoshi. Today I would like to do a Hoya cutting update. I have to apologize though if you hear beeping or grounding sound. It's my either dishwasher or my bread machine. So there, disclaimer. Anyways, let's start. Here's my multiflora. There's two plants in there, and this one was the last thing to root, so it's own by its own. I tried to bloom twice, and both time it blasted. I don't know why, but this one is a leca. But yeah, really good roots coming out, and it's growing a lot. Well, a lot is a relative term, but oh, what is this? Oh, I guess one actually survived in trying to bloom. Huh. I just found out. Anyways, so this one, instead of blooming, decided to make 4 leaves. So they're doing okay. Lacnosa cuttings. I have a exact same plant in my little greenhouse thing now, and all those almost died. That's why I originally tried to root it, but it seems to like it in a leca semi-hydro, so I'm just doing this at this point. It's because it's, see, those are 2 new leaves, and there's a little growth here. Can't see it with my finger, but yeah, there, if you focus, there you go. And it's kind of sitting there, but it's rooting very nicely. And this is finally 3 new leaves. So yeah, they're doing fine for now. And it's rooting deep too, which is interesting to see. Yeah, so that's that. Here's a sad thing now. This is onychoides. It was such a huge plant, but leaves kept falling, and I tried to start it over and made a cuttings, but this is not doing well. I think it's a lost cause. It's too bad. It didn't do anything, and all of a sudden decided to fall off. I don't know what to tell you. Here's my Shepherdii. It was an accident snap, and then I decided to do cuttings in semi-hydro. Or actually, it was sitting on the leca bees that I usually make it wet, and then decided to root. So I just keep it in there, and then made kind of semi-hydro. Anyways, it likes it. Those 2 leaves are totally new this year, and then it's shooting out, so that's pretty cool, right? It's not deep enough to put it in all the way, but yeah, so it's kind of unstable. That's the only thing, but anyways, it's rooting really well, so yeah. Okay, so this is not a cutting, but this is Hoya Natalie, and just thought it's pretty crazy because you see this. I didn't know this was happening, and up, and yeah, here. It's like I don't know when this happened. It's crazy. I'm sure the leaf will eventually come out from those nodes too, so pretty cool. Here's 2 cuttings that I made. It rooted really quick, and I think some of them is trying to bloom. I forgot where it was. Maybe it busted. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's trying to make a bud here. So yeah, my Hoya Bella grew so fast that I had to make cuttings, and I think I have to make more cuttings too. But anyways, that's that. And here's my little project in the mail. This leaf cuttings. It's rooted. I don't know. It's not. I don't think it's gonna do anything, but you know, just for fun. But this one though is a one node cutting. I snapped it off by mistake long time ago, and it's making a new little leaf here. So yeah, it's kind of cute, huh? And here's a Hindu lobe. Again, this is also I snapped it mistake, and see if it's gonna do well. I had this kind of size Hindu rope before, and then I killed it. I think it was, I don't know, it's not doing, it didn't have an airflow, I think. But anyways, this time though, this is doing really well. It's still not shooting any, well, I don't know. It's not, see, this one is rooted really well, so I think it might do well. And this is the new leaves too. But this one, I don't know, it's loose. That means it's not really rooted. It's sitting there for quite a bit, so it should root. I might have to check the root later. I bet you it's probably rotted. And this is also a little leaf project. Whatever happens, happens. And this is DS70 or Botonii or whatever it's called. I forgot the actual name for it, but it's DS70. You know, you can. I found it at Lowe's. Anyways, it's also an accidental snap off, and it's rooting really fine. And actually, this is a new growth right here. Right, those two leaves. So, yeah. I mean, it's gonna take a while, but it's just a project, so. Okay, here is a cutting I was given by my friend, Imperialist Nixus. Doing fine. I don't know why it curled. Maybe too cold, I don't know, maybe too dry, but I don't think I made it too dry though. But anyways, it's still growing, and you know, it's still growing in winter time. This one died back completely, but that's okay. I probably should cut it off, but anyways, yeah, beautifully grown. I have another one. That one is from Doug Chamberlain. The leaves are a little different. I don't know why. Doug's is a little thicker and very, very farm. So I don't know what's up with that. I thought it was kind of same seedling or clone or whatever, but anyways, I don't care. It's still growing fine, and love it. Here is Propagation. It's not a cutting, it's a seedling, but some people still ask me how it's doing. As you can see, it grown a lot. Yeah, I don't know how many are still in there. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this many Propagation, but I already gave a few away to my friend who gave me some cuttings. But yeah, it's doing really well. Still in the sphagnum moss, and supposedly stays in sphagnum moss according to Doug Chamberlain, but yeah, we'll see. And talk about cuttings from my friend. This is 3 different Hoyas. I got it from my coworker, and I gave her Propagation seedlings for return. And that's not enough to say thank you though, but anyways, here's Vortii Sunriser. It's probably due for actual potting, but I don't know. Since there's 2 different Hoyas, I probably should do that. But and this is variegated Yeah, one of those that I cannot read. Huge Kellyanna. And where's the root? There it is. It's rooting. I can't see the other side, but hopefully well, I want to say. There's a little growth starting here, but probably it's not gonna make it because I have to pot it in the soil. Then that would be, well, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, it's due for potting. Sigilitas, this one she lost it apparently, but mine's doing fine. Rooting like crazy. I think there are 3 in there. And yeah, rooting really well. Supposedly it's gonna be just like that. Likes it heat, humidity and the heat and airflow. And I guess Leica is the best way, I heard from my Facebook group. But yeah, very pretty leaves, pretty farm. I don't know how long it takes to flower, but yeah. All right, so this is a tray of Hoyas, and let's see, this one my wife got it for me for Father's Day present. David Kuminjai, or what is it? David Kuminjai, as a cutting, and water rooted it. And here's new growth right here, and this is a new leaves here, and this one, and here's a new growth coming out. Very almost look like a Y80i, but it's not. It's kind of have to see and compare in between. I bet you I can't tell the difference if I see just this or Y80i, which one's which. But anyways, yeah, doing fine. I don't know if it needs water. I can't. Maybe little watering. There's that. And this is from Doug Chamberlain, Isabella Chaney. Not doing really spectacular, but it's alive. Probably one of those that has to have a strong root system first. It tried to flower once and it blasted too, but I'm trying to see if it needs water or not. This one, no. And this one, also from Doug Chamberlain, Rosarinae, and this one also is not doing much, but here's a new growth right there, if you can see this. And making air roots like that. Yeah, so it's growing little by little. Yeah, no water needed. And this is just a regular carnosa, nothing special. I was on my one of my route. I'm a mailman, and this one of the trailer park home, this gentleman had a really nice Hoya taking over its window, and one day I commented about it and admired it, and he went back inside and then made a fresh cutting for me. And I gotta tell you, fresh cutting roots really quick. That was last year, and yeah, it's making the air roots crazy. For some reason it's not really binding fine. I don't know why. I mean, it's fine, I got it as a one plant, but it's not really growing, but doing really well as a whole plant. I want to see if anything is happening. I think, if I remember correctly, this is the new growth right here, but we'll see. But it's from that background story, I thought that was cool, and just like this kind of story behind it. I have lots of way too many carnosas, but yeah, see, Carnosa Chelsea. I told you I have lots. Rotundifolia. This is not a cutting, but this is a cutting. Yeah, forget this. This is not. This is wrong tag. And it's rooting. Came from here. Accidentally snapped it and rooted. So it's from that. That's probably it. All right. It's a little strong light here, but this is one of my gift. What do you call it? Croatiana or something like that. Eskimo, right? That's the popular name, and it's doing really well. I've been doing this semi-hydro for this guy, and it's doing well. I'm trying to see that, trying to grow this way. That's the new leaves there. And here's a numeroloidis cuttings that I'm making at this point, rooting very well, and most likely due for potting. But oh, here you go. That's my bread machine. Anyways, yeah. So that's that. Here's one cutting. This is Australis. Doing well. Ended up one cutting became two cuttings, and yeah, it's shooting out the new growth with the new leaves. And this is another one right here, and I think it's trying to shoot out the new growth here, but I think it's gonna be a while. This one, I think it's another Australis, but different. Yeah, Tempest or Tempeus or something like that. Doing well also. Shooting out the new growth here, and new leaves doing fine. This one, so it's gonna still be a while for this too. Maybe next year it's gonna give me a really big jump of growth. This is this is not a cutting. This is a cutting. My wife got this as a gift. Hoya crystal. I think it's a carnosa. Doing really fine. New leaf here, and yeah, binding. So yeah, I don't really know what it actually looks like, but yeah, we'll find out probably next year. Here's another gift, Eriostema something. I can't really read that, but yeah, I know what it is. It shoot out this new leaf and this two new leaves, so it's doing fine. It's not shooting out the new growth or anything as far as I know, but yeah, we'll do fine. This is Incrasata, doing fine also. Probably needs water. It also is not doing much. I think it's trying to develop a new roots, I think. Well, So here's a little thing shooting out, but yeah, looks like it stopped developing. I don't know. And here's Kuminkina SP. I don't know what it is. It's probably, there's no actual name to it. Kuminkina is the place name. It's doing fine. It also needs water. I don't see any new growth or whatsoever, but yeah, it's probably trying to develop new roots. These three were particularly slow to root, so I think development is coming late too, is what I think. And now this one, Iris Mary cutting. This is quite impressive. Pretty much everything is growing fine and giving the new shoots. Really fast growing Hoya. Strongly recommended. So in the end, around this season, unless you're in a tropical, I live in particularly short sun, like maybe, we have sunrise around 8-ish, and then the sunset will be like 3:30, 3:45, something like that. 7 hours, sometimes less than 8 hours, something like that. So the growth would stop, but so it's kind of dormant, I should say. But I'm trying not to overwater at the same time around this season, and feeding is super low, and most of the cuttings I had last year kind of took off this year, so I'm expecting the same thing too. So it's kind of a change of the season here in the Seattle area. So anyways, that is it, and you guys have a good day. Bye.